Good afternoon, dear children. Today we are going to start our first language lesson, that is noun. I'll complete this chapter in 3 videos. Go through the entire video. I have added few animations. Go through those animations. If you find any doubts, do ask me those doubts or question in the comment box. First thing is that what is noun? Noun is one of the parts of speech. It's a naming word. So noun denotes the name of a person or a place or a thing. So noun is basically a naming words. Now go through the animations and try to understand the remaining part of this very chapter. This chapter I have divided into 3 parts, so you will have 3 videos for this entire chapter. Nouns are basically of 2 types, concrete nouns and abstract nouns. Now under concrete noun we have proper nouns, common nouns, collective nouns, material noun, while abstract noun stands alone. It itself is a separate domain. Now basically we know about common noun, proper noun, collective noun and abstract nouns, and slowly we will go through the definition of all these nouns. As we know, all the purpose of all this noun is to denote names. Now let us go through the next part, common noun. Common noun basically it is non-specific people, places, things or ideas, while proper noun is of specific people. We have written about all the other nouns here, and if we look at proper noun denotes the name of specific thing, just like the name of certain person or a place or month, days, holidays, language, nation, countries or any other things. And we must understand that proper noun is related to person, place or a certain thing, while common noun is the name of common things, just like city, just like fruits. I am not mentioning a particular fruit or a particular city. If I say boys, it is about any boy. If I say fruit, it's common, but if I say apple, it is proper noun. If I say teacher, then it is common noun. If I say particular teacher, that is proper noun. Further, we have collective nouns. Collective nouns denote the name of a collection, a group, just like a colony of girls or ants, a batch of students, a bunch of keys. Here it is given few collective nouns. It comes to light here. So what I will do, I will send you few study materials as well as worksheets. So you have to go through those worksheets also. Further, if you look, you will have abstract noun. Abstract noun is what that you can sense, you can feel, but you cannot see that particular thing, or you cannot touch that particular thing. So it is totally abstract. That means we cannot touch it, smell it or taste it. Further, we have abstract noun. One thing you have to know, this cannot be plurals. Abstract nouns cannot be plural, except we have few exceptions, just like ideas. In that case we can use plurals, but basically we cannot make plurals of abstract nouns. And we can often convert the adjectives into abstract noun, or common nouns into abstract noun, or verbs into abstract noun. Just like brave, adjective we can make bravery. Hero, we can make heroism or heroic in abstract noun, or brave, or verbs we can, just like please, we can write pleasure. So here a list is given. So in that list it is given how to convert the verbs into abstract noun. Now during this study or study period, or during this particular lesson, what I will do, we will go through Wren and Martin. Hope you all have that book. So for our further assistance, we will go through Wren and Martin. Further we have countable and uncountable noun. So we have the tenses. Countable and uncountable noun means which we can count, countable, that we cannot count, uncountable. Now here a list is given of uncountable noun. Now further we have the rules of how to make or how to form the plural nouns. Just like by adding s, es or ves or only s. By adding these things we can make plural out of singular. Now later part we will go through. Now let us restart with proper noun. Proper nouns denotes the name of a particular place or a person or a certain thing. If I say India, that's proper noun. That denotes the name of a country. So our name of our country is India, so it's proper noun. But when you say Indian, we are not mentioning a particular Indian, so it's going to be common noun. We cannot use any article before proper noun. We cannot use the article a or an or the before the name of a particular person. Just like I cannot say he is, or we can say he is an Ashoka. It is wrong concept. We cannot say like that. So we cannot use any article before proper noun. Now when I say Ashoka, that's the name of a man or a boy. When we call it boy or man, we cannot denote properly that particular person. So it's going to be a common noun. So common noun denotes the name of something in a common or general way, instead of marking anyone particularly. So common noun is totally different from proper noun. Now proper nouns are always written using capital letter, but one thing you have to know, common nouns are not always written using capital letter unless it is used at the beginning of the sentence. Then comes collective nouns. As I told you, collective nouns denote the name of a collection or of a group. Just like if I call a flock of birds, so it is not denoting a particular one bird or 2-3 birds, but denoting a group of birds. So we have a list of collective nouns. We have certain words, those certain words to be used to mark those particular names. Just like we can use a city, we can use like this, a series of events, a chain of mountains, or you can write like a troupe of musicians. So we have different terms for different collective nouns, and we have to understand and learn that one. That will help us to write in proper way. Then comes abstract noun. It denotes the action, quality, or the state of a certain thing. Abstract noun, as we know, we can feel, but we cannot see it. Just like bravery, weakness, happiness, sadness, this thing can be felt but cannot be seen. So these are the abstract nouns. After that we have countable and uncountable nouns. We know countable nouns are what? Names of objects, people that we can count. Just like book, pen, apple, boy, sister, brother, doctor, horse, cat, dog, we can count. Uncountable nouns we cannot count, just like oil, sugar, gold, water, honesty. So these things we cannot count. Basically all the abstract nouns are uncountable nouns. Exception is there, just like we cannot, just like in case of idea, I have plenty of ideas. Here you can use, that is exceptions. But children, we should know that exceptions cannot be the examples. So abstract nouns are those which denotes abstract things or feelings, and countable noun we can count, uncountable noun we cannot count.